By the way, I do not drink alcohol. There was somebody saying, no, you're drinking alcohol. No, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. Okay? That's Mountain Dew. It's not alcohol. Alright? I drink Mountain Dew. In fact, I drink Mountain Dew like a fish. So, no, it's not alcohol. When I was 5 years old, I was reading about World War I pilots like Manfred von Richthofen, Eddie Rickenbacker, and other great World War I pilots. What do you want, Smokey? I could tell you the statistics on most of the World War I aircraft. I could tell you the statistics on a lot of World War II aircraft, for that matter. I could tell you about the major battles. Battle of Tripoli. I could tell you about the tall sailing ships. Now this is at age 5. Alright? You listening to me? This is at age 5. I could tell you this stuff. By your age, about 10 or 12, I was reading Othello. I was reading Shakespeare. Are you understanding me? Alright? Tell me something. How many literary greats do you know? Because I was reading them by age 10. I could name all the planets easily. Hell, I could name the planets by age 5. I think it was 5 or 7. I could name all the planets. How many planets can you name? How many dinosaurs? That's another thing. I knew all the dinosaurs by age 10. And I could spell all their names correctly. How many dinosaurs names do you know? And how many can you spell correctly? Now, I like you all. I'm glad you all subscribe to my vids. But this ain't about me. And I hate that crap. Oh, I got more subscribers than you. I can't stand that crap. Okay, I just can't. It just ain't. It's not what I'm here for. You know. All right. Had it not been for Vlad Tepes Dracul, every European, every Aussie, every American would be speaking Arabic right now and bending our asses 5 times a day towards Mecca. Okay? That's pretty much it in a nutshell. But yeah, Vlad Tepes Dracula. He stopped the Ottoman Turks at Wallachia. And had it not been for him, we'd all be Muslim right now. Every one of us. And yes, I am a descendant, a distant descendant, but a descendant nonetheless, of Vlad Tepes Dracul. I am indeed. My father's lineage is Bavarian and Romanian. My mother's lineage is Dutch and Cherokee Indian. And I would point out that there's royalty on all 4 sides. So if these were the days of the Knights of the Round Table and shit like that, I would at minimum be a baron, possibly even a lord, and who knows, maybe even a king. Who's to say? But I would definitely at least be a baron. No question about that. I got too much royalty in my family. Even the Cherokee Indian side of me is from a Cherokee princess. Okay, so no, I am indeed a distant relative to Vlad Tepes Dracul, believe it or not. Ow, ow, ow. See, I'm going to bite on Daddy, ain't you? Twit. Look at that. Look at her swish that tail. Look at her swish that tail. Get down from here, little varmint. Anyway, that's my kitty. A little bit better picture of my kitty. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's too dark, man. Alright, well, there you go. Guys, I can't be everywhere at once. Okay? I just can't. I can't be everywhere at once. I'm one person. So, it behooves you to keep your head on a swivel. Look around. Notice things. Alright? You know, and you don't have to be so bleeding obvious about it. Just, you know, just kind of look around every now and then when you're in the midst of talking or whatever. But just kind of look around a little bit. This protects you, and it protects everybody else. Lovable little old me, I got called once. Okay? Even little lovable old me, I got called once. And this was long before 9/11 or any of that. I mean, this was years and years ago. I'm going to get me a sandwich, and I guess somebody just thought I was the most intimidating thing they had ever seen. And so I had to sit there, and I had to talk to the cops and all that stuff. And at first I got a little bent about it. But then I thought about it. I said, well, at least the person isn't being a victim. At least they're trying to do their part, So I let it slide, man. And it wasn't that, I wouldn't carry no weapons or anything, so, no big deal. There is nothing more far right than a conservative. Fascism, see the definition Nazi. Well, what does Nazi stand for? National Socialist Workers' Party. Okay? So it's a socialist, Nazism was a socialist worker party. That is what fascism is based upon. So they're not right-wing at all. There is nothing to the right of conservatism, ladies and gentlemen. That's something that's important for you to know. Nazism, fascism, is to the left of patriots. Okay? Well, never mind. I lost my train of thought. Doesn't matter. I got my point across. I swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States. I swore an oath to defend it against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I took that oath in sincerity. I actually meant what I said when I took that oath. And that oath does not expire until I am dead. All right? So yes, if I see someone that I feel is a potential threat to this country, I will do whatever is in my power to eliminate said threat. Like I said, preferably without harm, but you know how that goes. You almost never can do it without invoking some type of harm in one way or another, because they don't want to go. I don't know anybody that is nuts or crazy or anything like that. So if on the off chance you should hear, oh, poor Mr. Von Hilton, he committed suicide the other day. No. Or poor Mr. Von Hilton, the brakes gave away on his vehicle. No. Or poor Mr. Von Hilton, he had a skydiving accident or a skiing accident, or he slipped on a freaking banana peel. No. No. No, 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 1,000 times no. So if you see me dead, there are one of two possibilities. Okay? First possibility is it's the fucking muzzies. And if that ever happens, I want you to exterminate these vermin from the face of the planet. Number two, it could be a rogue element within the government that does it. David Rockefeller is using his money and his influence to get this shit done. Alright? David Rockefeller is a traitor to his country. That right there should be enough to seize his family's assets, throw his fucking ass in jail, and end this globalist bullshit. But I guess nobody's got the fucking balls to do it. And of course, old Dave, he's perfectly safe in his huge compound with his armed guards and with damn near better equipment than I fucking got. And some of you are aware of what kind of equipment I've got. But yeah, his armed guards is damn near better equipped than I am. What the fuck, man? I've been building up my equipment for fucking years, and they're fucking outfitted as good as I am. But anyway, enough of that. The thing about healthcare is that the third problem is that healthcare is not preventative. Okay? In other words, we're not trying to cure people. We're just trying to keep them from getting so sick that they die. Okay? We're not trying to cure people anymore. Medicine hasn't tried to cure people in years and years and years. Okay? All we do is we patch them up. We don't try to cure them. Because there is no money if you're cured. See my point? And that's a horrible thing to say, but I say that as an orderly for 14 years. Are you a felon? Long time ago, well, kind of long time ago, a few years anyway, when Bill and Hillary Clinton were in the White House, they made failure to comply to child support a felony, a Class D felony. Alright? So if there was ever a discrepancy concerning child support, and you had to go to court for it to get it straightened out, guess what, Slick? You're a felon. So, yeah, you are a felon. If you had to go to court over a child payment dispute, you're a felon, believe it or not. And you can thank Bill and Hillary Clinton for that one. Your mugshot and your fingerprints, if they were taken, are all over the world right now. They say, well, how do you know? Because it happened to me. I was in a major city working on another project. Let's call it that, a project. And there was like a deli down the block from where my apartment was. So I thought, well, it's starting to get dark. I'll hit the deli, get me a turkey sandwich. And everything seemed kind of quiet that evening, so, I'll take a break. So I'm walking down the sidewalk to the deli. And this chick, she comes out, she says, I know who you are, man. I need some help. I need some real help. And I could see that she wasn't bullshitting, so I'm like, okay, fine, what's going on? She says, there's a dude with knives in the house, man. He's trying to kill my ass. I'm like, oh, really? Well, we'll see about that shit. And so I start to walk back to the apartment, and she's like, I'm coming with you. I said, no, you're not. And she's like, oh, yeah, I am. I'm not going back in that fucking house. I said, well, all right, fine. Come with me, but stay out in the hallway. So we get back to my place. She stands out in the hallway. I go back into the apartment. I get a pump shotgun, 2 smoke grenades, and my 45s. And we go back down to the to her place down there. And so I go in there, and I'm like, well, okay, what the hell's going on? But I look around, and there's like knives stuck every fucking where, man. And I'm like, damn, what in the hell? What? It looked like a fucking war zone. There was knives stuck in everything. And she's like, see, I told you. I'm like, well, okay, all right, fine. I believe your ass now. I mean, So I'm like, okay, well, where's this fucking prick at? And she's like, well, he's probably in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, that works. Because I think the kitchen had only like one way in and one way out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, this is good. This works out great. I said, are you sure he's still in the house? She says, as far as I know, he's still in the house. I'm like, okay, cool. So I start to open up the fucking kitchen door, and I get this damn knife whizzing past my fucking ear, and I'm like, oh damn, this guy's fucking good. Okay, this guy's fucking good, man. Talk about fiction becoming reality. Holy shit, man, this guy makes Bullseye look like a fucking Cub Scout. All right, so she's like freaking, because another fucking knife comes out of the kitchen. So I'm like, okay. So, I stopped and I asked her, I said, where the fuck's all these knives coming from? And she's like, I got a 100-piece set of knives for Christmas. I'm like, now you fucking tell me, lady. Jesus Christ, 100 fucking knives? So, anyway, so I try to fucking pry open the door again, man. Here comes another fucking knife, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So I fucking crack open the door. I toss in a fucking smoke grenade. I'll smoke this bastard out and grab a hold of his ass, find out what his major malfunction is, and then give the rest to the police, right? No harm, no foul. So I toss a smoke grenade in there, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I can see the fucking smoke coming out from under the door, and I'm like, fuck. His ass should have been coming out by now, surely. So I crack open the fucking door again. There comes another fucking knife. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm like, lady, where's the wall switch in there, man? So I can see what the fuck I'm doing. She's like, the wall switch is on the far side of the room. I'm like, oh, swell. So I lunge into the fucking kitchen, and I have to lunge behind the fucking table. And as I lunge behind the table, fat. You know, three knives, man. Bam, just that quick, man. And I'm like, motherfuck, this guy's good. So I'm behind this fucking table, and I start crawling underneath these fucking chairs, you know. And as I'm crawling through the chairs, I mean, this guy is fucking great. Okay, he's fucking excellent. So I'm crawling under these fucking chairs. I finally get to the goddamn wall switch, so I leap up, hit the fucking wall switch, and I duck back down to the table again, just as another set of fucking knives are coming my way. All right. But then I can see what the fuck's going on. And there wasn't nobody there. There wasn't nobody there. And I poke up again, you know, peer up over the fucking desk again, or table again, and no fucking body there. Nobody was there. Damn it, nobody was there, okay? So, I crawl my ass under the fucking table and chairs again. I get out of that fucking kitchen, and I approach the lady. I said, look, lady, here's the problem. You don't need me. You need a fucking priest, okay? You need a fucking priest, all right? You get the priest in here with his holy water and the rosary and all that shit. You get him to bless your fucking apartment, and you'll be fine, okay? But you don't need me, because I ain't got nothing to shoot at. She's like, what do you mean? I said, there's nobody there, lady. You got a fucking poltergeist. Okay? You call you a priest, get him to bless your fucking apartment, everything's hunky-dory, alright? So I had to leave that particular state, that particular city, because my other business was done. And so I don't know if she ever called a priest and got it squared away or not. But there's one of my stories. One of the more strange ones. I've got quite a few strange ones, actually. But that, you know, that was by request, so I thought, well, what the hell, I'll share it with you. So you get you a rifle, you learn how to fire that son of a bitch, because when you see an 11-foot reptile coming, you want to shoot him right between the fucking eyes, okay? Because that's probably going to be the only vulnerable point on these bastards. You know, they're fucking 11 foot tall. So you shoot his fucking ass in the eyes, and, you know, and hopefully we can drop him, okay? You get you a rifle, you learn how to shoot the thing, and when you see them big ugly reptiles coming, you start shooting, okay? And you damn well better hit your target, because if you miss, we're probably dead meat. Because I may have to depend on your ass to be accurate, okay? Because I'm going to be out there fighting these bastards, and I would prefer not to do it on my own. I believe we're going to make it through this crap. The reptiles, we're going to kick the reptiles' ass. Everybody go out and try to acquire shoulder-mounted rockets, and this time stand up. Don't be like the idiot that was sitting down trying to fire the stupid thing, because he ended up getting a brain concussion. Okay, you don't do that. You got to stand up to fire these weapons. All right, but shoulder-fired rockets, missiles, whatever. Seems like those would at least put a hurt on them, if not take them out. But we're going to need some serious firepower to deal with the reptiles. Now, the problem with the reptiles, like I said in an email to somebody else, and I'll get to that in a second, is that you have reptiles coming from the Bureau, but you've also got reptiles under the earth. Now, the ones under the earth purport to be our friends. However, when they see their reptile brethren come, that may all change in a flash, ladies and gentlemen, because they're going to stick up for their brethren. You get me? You following me? So we may end up having to fight a two-front war, and if you know anything about history, fighting a two-front war usually don't work out so well. Just ask Hitler, okay? So we're in for some serious trouble. We're in for some serious trouble because I don't think the reptiles that are under the earth are going to side with us. People would say to go underground. Okay, no. No, that's what the New World Order is going to do. They're going to go into their underground bunkers, and then the tidal waves are going to come in, and they're going to squash them like a bug. All right? I've seen what water can do. I was in the Naval Sea Cadet Corps. I've seen what water can do. Water can crush a nuclear submarine into a grape. Okay? I've seen video on it. It's not fun. It's not pleasant. All right? So I've seen the destructive force of water. You don't want to play with water. Okay, so yeah, the New World Order, this is the one saving grace about this whole thing, is that when the New World Order go into their underground bunkers, they're going to get squashed like bugs. Okay, that water is just going to pile drive in, and I don't care how many inches of steel reinforced concrete they've got, that water is just going to knock it down like it was Tinker Toys. All right, I've seen the destructive power of water, and it is nothing to mess with. All right. So no, the one saving grace out of this whole mess is that, yeah, the New World Order is going to go, you know, they're going to be toast, and so we're pretty much going to be left to fend off the reptilians on our own. But hopefully, all of us have fled to the mountains like the Bible tells us to do. We've got us our MREs, we've stored up bottled water, and you know, got us our distillery stuff, some colloidal silver or whatever, you know, whatever stuff you think is adequate for you, and just, you know, get up in the mountains, hang out, and get ready for what's coming. You know, well, I can't leave my job, hon. I can't leave my job. Well, don't leave your job. What you do, see, is you store up some vacation time. You know, you say, well, you know, hey boss, you know that vacation time I got stored up? Yeah. Well, I'm ready to take it. You know. If you see that big red planet in the sky, just go to your boss and say, hey boss, you know that vacation time I got? I'm ready to take it right now. Okay? You know, and you know, you don't have to, you know, you don't need all the drama, you don't need to make a big scene about it. Just go in there and get your vacation time and get the hell out of Dodge, all right? We all are telling ourselves we need a second home for a vacation spot any damn way. Well, let's make it in the mountains, folks. Do not make it down on the coastline, okay? The coasts are gone. All right? Go to the Matrix Institute, go to their website, and you will see most of the coastal United States is gone. It's history. If you're living in Florida, bye-bye. Okay? There won't be a Florida. There will not be a Louisiana. Kiss those goodbye. They're gone. The result of Nibiru coming too close to the Earth is going to rend America in half, right up the Mississippi. Why? Why? Because the Mississippi is a fault line, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the Mississippi is a huge, monstrous fault line. When Nibiru comes, and it causes this pulling against the Earth, it's just going. It's like somebody took their hands and they just ripped America in half. Okay, literally, it's like they ripped America right in half. All right, so yeah. You know, Kentucky is going to have beachfront property in the near future, folks. If we in Russia, all of us, launched all of our ICBMs at the thing, wouldn't do a thing, man. And besides, the reptiles live there. Their technology is a hell of a lot better than ours. They probably just shoot the ICBMs down any damn way. Okay, so it wouldn't help anyway. Because, see, the reptiles are going to have to come out from under the ground anyway because of all your tidal waves, your hurricanes, mudslides, all that crap. So they're going to have to come out from under the earth any darn way. And when they come out, they're not going to be happy campers, I don't think. Okay? So, lock and load, and get ready for the next few years, because it looks like it's going to be a wild ride, ladies and gentlemen. But don't freak out on me. It's like I said in my earlier vid, reptiles, mail call for reptiles. Don't freak out, man. All right? Don't freak out. You know, we can make this. We can make it through this. The speech was given by Dr. Eric R. Pianka, the University of Texas evolutionary ecologist and lizard expert, who the Academy named the 2006 Distinguished Texas Scientist. He got a fucking award for advocating the elimination of 90% of the Earth's fucking population. And he's a lizard expert and an evolutionary ecologist. Now, what have I been saying about the lizards that are coming from Nibiru? That they eat human flesh? And I don't think it has to be alive. You know, it can be alive or dead, I don't think. And then I see this clown who happens to be a quote-unquote lizard expert advocating the death of 90% of the Earth's population, just in time for Nibiru to show up just a few years later. Dr. Eric R. Pianka, the University of Texas evolutionary ecologist and lizard expert, who the Academy named the 2006 Distinguished Texas Scientist. And he wasn't allowed to be filmed on camera. Now, what did I tell you about the EBEs
and cameras. I told you that a digital camera will reveal what they really look like, didn't I? So could it be that maybe this sucker is in fact a lizard? And that if we was to look at him through a camera lens, we would see what he really looks like, instead of the projection he's wanting us to see? What did I tell you about digital cameras? Digital cameras let us see what they really look like. They can't use their cloaking devices, and they can't use their mind games. Not on a digital camera. The digital camera will show what they really look like every stinking time, folks. Every time. It's the one thing they cannot defeat. And so what do? They get it. They get their the doctor gets his pals over there to turn the damn cameras off. But no, it's all a coincidence. It's all a coincidence. Yeah. My big fucking toe, it's a coincidence. Stay tuned for another edition of Mail Call. Your left, right left.